Oh, sorry. Namaste and welcome everyone. After the lunch session, we are back. It's our day 5, session 3 of our 2 weeks long summer program being organized by Hindu Heritage Foundation of America. And we are here for 5 days a week, 4 sessions a day, and it's our last day of the first week and third session of the day. And Dr. Harishchandra is here. His topic for today is Hindu Eschatology, Why I Am Here, Atma and Rebirth, Punarjanma. So please pay attention, take notes, and be prepared for a kind of competition which we announced yesterday. We have 3 prizes, cash prizes, big prizes. So hope you all will participate. Details are in the chat. So Harishchandra, we welcome you again. And please, I will take stop break here and he will
Thank you and namaste again, everybody. We met in the morning and discussed very important issues. What is this universe like? And this whole human system is indeed a replica of the infinite universe, where we can be connected to the matter as well as with that Satchidananda Swarup Ishwar. So, Satya Sanatan Vedic Hindu Dharma is based on we accept everything what mainstream science is saying, all the scientific laws, the laws that govern the matter, all are true, and we accept them. Plus, we say that there is a maker of this universe. It didn't get made by itself. It is a wonderful, beautiful world. Nothing is arbitrary. There is a maker of this world. And then not everything is matter. We are a composite of matter and consciousness. Atma and Shaji. Basmantam Shayi. Vayu anilam metamethidam basmantam Shayi. A tiny point like Atma has been brought together into this gross, huge body. So Atma is independent, Shaji is made of matter. Just like the matter is governed by the natural laws, how is this our individual Atma is governed? Why I was born in a particular family? You were born in a different family. Is it all arbitrary? Or there is a governor, there is a manager who does all this for our good? In what family I will have proper environment for my growth and development, is it not? So we all are marching ahead in our life. There is a starting point in life, there is an end point in life. But then we know everything is endless. Day and night is cyclic. Day is followed by night, again followed by another day, another night, another day. It is endless. In the same manner, in this hour we want to discuss, could our birth and death be cyclic? Endless cycle. Prior to this current life, did I have a previous life? And we discussed 2 days back, Wednesday afternoon. On Wednesday, we dedicated to Dharma and Karma. Then we discussed law of karma, ledger book of accounting, where every karma is getting added. And of course, I might be doing certain karma in the very last day of my life. That may not bring its reward then and there. So, and then we discussed hypothetically, if somebody has been killing animals like a predator, then he deserves to be a lion or tiger. But in this life, I cannot become a lion or tiger. So that can happen only in next life. So we did argue 48 hours ago that this is not my last life. After death, I will have another life. So that my ledger book accounting can continue. Many karma I have done in the current life might not be accounted for. They have to bring their rewards. And we agreed. There is no arbitrary when it comes to reward. You reap what you sow. Punya karma, dharma karma brings sukh, joy and happiness. Apunya karma, adharma karma brings dukh. Of course, there is a time gap. So those who are bad people, they think they can get away in this time gap, but there is no getting away. The law of karma will catch everybody. Nobody is out of the purview of law of karma. Whether you go to temple very often, you go to a masjid very often, you go to a church very often, that is supposed to guide you to stay on dharma. But that does not change the law of karma. It does not bring any favor. So at this point, we want to look at it from another angle. Why was I born at the first place? Of course, we have agreed after death there will be a birth again. Then naturally, before the current life took birth, I must have had a previous life also. That's why I was born in the present life. But it's very simple. You might have made a visit to a hospital, a particular section of a hospital called maternity ward, where young mothers have given birth to a child. And suppose you visit such a maternity ward in a hospital. On this particular day, say 20 children were born, little babies. Wonderful. The mother is excited like anything. She gets a gift of Ishwar from Ishwar, a little baby, is it not? Who will grow to become a boy or a girl. Mother and father are happy, and not only they, all other relatives, they come and see. But suppose 20 babies were born in a particular hospital. Some nurses are running around. There is some bad case. One little baby is born, say, with deformed body, or has a serious problem in breathing, or has serious problem in pulse. Sometimes happens. Unfortunate things. defective heart. The question arises, why this little baby is in such a pain and misery right at the time of birth? The baby didn't do anything, he had no karma in the present life. So Vedic Rishi says, their karma from previous life is the cause of all the kind of varieties, differences you can see among 20 babies. Some child is very healthy, some baby is not so healthy, some baby wants immediate attention, some little baby may even want immediate surgery. The 20 little babies exhibit different behavior, different state. Is it arbitrary? There is nothing arbitrary in this world. Just like matter is obeyed, matter must obey the natural laws. All our Atma must and are governed by the law of karma. So the babies born just today, if they exhibit different sort of tendencies, what is the cause of this difference? The cause is their karma in the previous life. It's not arbitrary. Ishwar doesn't punish anybody. He merely he's a banker. He keeps an account. You only have earned what you have earned. And that will bring its own reward. He just maintains the account book. And as I said 2 days ago, Punya does not subtract apunya. Punya will bring its joy and happiness. Apunya will bring its pain and misery. An eye for an eye, an apple for an apple. That is law of karma, is it not? So, before the present birth, we had a previous life. And one day we all will die. And when I die, after the death, I will again be born. Next life. The previous life could have been I was an animal. Maybe I was a human being. Of course, in the present life, I am definitely a human being. I thank for that, Ishwar, because as a human being, I have an opportunity. That is a subject of discussion Monday afternoon. That opportunity is very special to come out of this cycle of birth and death. That is called as moksha, mukti, apavarga, nirvana. There are different terms for that. That we'll discuss Monday afternoon. But a typical human being, most of us, those who go through liberation, they are very, very unique. But as a human being, every one of us can aspire to do that. We can move in that direction, and if we deserve that, we will get that. We have to be a very qualified person. That we'll discuss Monday afternoon. how can I be qualified to break away from the cycle of birth and death? But for all common people we are discussing today, birth will inevitably be followed by death. That will be followed by next birth. That will be followed by again death. This will go on because that's what we see in the nature. Everything is cyclic. If you see a circle, where is the beginning? Where is the end? If you see a wheel moving, it just goes on moving. That is called Sansara Chakra, wheel of the universe. And in Patanjali's Yoga Darshan, many people think Yoga Darshan talks only meditation, dhyan, samadhi. Yes, it talks. But to motivate us to go into dhyan and samadhi, it talks a lot of philosophy. So one philosophy it talks about is Sansara Chakra. That has 6 spokes. So there is a wheel with 6 spokes. Those 6 spokes are paired, 3 pairs. So in the previous life, I had gone through many experiences of joy as well as pain, sukh as well as dukh. And you know, as Atma, I have 3 powers: knowledge, experience, and action. If I eat ice cream now, I like it, but that feeling, that liking, makes an impression in my mind. Suppose this was chocolate ice cream, suppose, and I like it very much. Next time my friend gives me vanilla ice cream. Then I compare the taste of vanilla ice cream with chocolate ice cream. Then I have my own likings. I say I like chocolate ice cream more than vanilla ice cream. But how do I compare? Have you thought of it? You can compare because the taste of chocolate ice cream is in your mind. That is called its impression. It's copy. If naturally photocopy is maintained by your mind. So when you have vanilla ice cream, you are now getting the taste of vanilla ice cream, but you compare quickly with the taste of chocolate ice cream. Is it not? Now both the tastes are in your mind. Something you like. If you like an impression and that impression is there is a Sanskrit term is raga. You might have heard a boy's name, Anurag, is it not? Rag is something to my liking. But of course, we have dislikes also. So just like we like many things, we dislike many things. We want to go to the things that we like and we want to stay away from the things we dislike. So the impatience of the things that we dislike is called dvesha. So there are 2 terms, rag and dvesh. This is based on our experience of an event. And they are classified subjectively. If I like, it is called rag. If I dislike it, it is called dvesh. And then we do some karma naturally. We want to do karma to get the things I like and to stay away from the things I dislike. And our karma is also of two kinds, dharma and adharma. Of course, we are discussing, we always want to do dharma. But knowingly, unknowingly, intentionally, unintentionally, we fall into some other once in a while. So first comes rag and dvesh, maybe from previous life or maybe from the present life. And under the influence of rag and dvesh, the second pair is now dharma and adharma. First pair is rag and dvesh. Under the influence of rag and dvesh, our actions fall into dharma and adharma. And then comes this law of karma. Once we have performed something, it is sanchit, it has been sealed. Now no getting away from it. This will cook up karmasha and bring a reward. That reward is sukh and dukh. Is it not? So third pair is sukh and dukh. And when this sukh and dukh is experienced, it again leaves its own impression that is new again. So you can see there is a cycle. So that is called cycle of the universe with 6 spokes. Vyas is saying Shad Ayam, 6 spokes. Rag Dvesh, Dharma Dharma, Sukha Dukha, that again builds new rag and dvesh, new dharma and adharma, again sukha and dukha. So human life goes on, goes on. When I die, again all these impatience are in my mind. They go away. Then Ishwar has to again decide what is the right kind of life he deserves. He has so much of his bank account. Then he decides, what should be my next life? Is it not? Firstly, should it be human beings or non-human being, animal, bird, and all those possible? Okay, he hasn't misused or abused his human life much. Ishwar will say, okay, give him one more chance as human being. If he has misused his human life, then no, he must go through animal's life and balance out lot of adharma, get it out. Adharma will be accounted for as dukkha. Okay, now, okay, he is balanced. Now we go for human life. So these are complex things happening in the law of karma that we cannot understand much. But our rishis have tried to explain it as much as possible. So I have talked about wheel of the universe. For a common human being, he is part of it. Monday afternoon we will discuss those special, courageous human beings, people who can think, develop courage, that I want to get out of this cycle of birth. I am aiming towards moksha. There can be, why not? You, everybody can aim towards. If we don't succeed this time, maybe next time we'll succeed. Even if we don't succeed, one thing is guaranteed, my quality of life will be much better. I may not be perfect, but I am on the path of perfection. Is it not? That's what we are learning from Sanatana Dharma principles. I don't want to become a weak, meek person who just submits to the will of the universe. I am aiming very high. I am aiming towards moksha. Somebody may laugh at me, no problem, have a good laugh. But this is my very considered decision that I want to aim towards that so that my present life is very, very good. And hopefully, as I said, death is a passage to a gateway. One direction goes to Ishwar's Anandasva. Another direction comes back to the world. I am aiming to go in that direction. That is moksha. Is it not? So today we have seen at this point by now that when I was born, this time in the present current life, before that I had a life. And I am very sure everybody is confident. It is very, very evident. This present life will end one day. There will be death. And then I am confident there will be another life. Past is past. I cannot change that. Nobody can change past. But from this moment on, I can take charge of my life. So much so that my next life, I want to ensure I deserve again to be a human being at least. So that I have unlimited potentials and unlimited opportunities. And hopefully in a very good family where people are educated, parents are educated, they are morally very high stature, they have sattvic aha in there, they don't consume tobacco, alcohol, and all that rubbish. And they are morally upright. And hopefully, they also follow the Satya Sanatan Hindu Vedic Dharma principles. So I will borrow those things. That will be my starting point in next life. And if not in this current life, I am aiming, next time I will definitely aim towards moksha. Nothing stops you. Even now you can aim it. Why not? Nothing to lose. Nobody has anything to lose if from this point on you decide, I want to break away from the cycle of birth. Of course, we will talk about it Monday afternoon. But let's get it right that what a typical human being is going through. This is all law of karma that governs all the conscious Atmas. So I keep saying it, Sanatan Hindu Vedic Dharma is mainstream science plus certain concepts. Scientists will take their own time in absorbing those concepts. What are those concepts? Yes, this is beautiful world governed. Matter is governed by the natural laws of physics. But we say there is a maker, there is a lawmaker. It's not that matter themselves come together, earth and sun come together. Let us follow the gravitational law. No. There is a conscious being, superior force that says all matter, all material particles have to follow gravitational law. So the lawmaker has to be a conscious being. Just like here, earlier in a parliament or in a congress, some noble people sit and enact laws, is it? The bricks and mortars and cement, they don't make law. Human beings make law. So law governing the whole universe, lawmaker, Ishwa is the lawmaker. And Ishwa is also the maker of the universe. There is no trial and error. He has correct knowledge how to make the universe and how to function it without anybody's assistance. He does it himself. So we say what mainstream science is saying, plus this. There is a maker, there is a lawmaker, there is a conscious being, that is Ishwa. Number one. So all our children, when they become leaders of science, they have to bear this in mind. Number one direction that modern science has to take is to explore that superior force. Who is the lawmaker? Who is the maker of the universe? And managing the whole universe. Not just making and forgetting. He makes and manages it, sustains it. And also at an appropriate time, when entropy is haywire, he will dissolve it. Then the next recycle. So just like day and night, keep on continuing this Srishti, the birth of the universe, it's sustained, it is dissolved, next time again it is made. It is endless cycle. Yatha purvam kalpayat. Rigveda is saying that. So that was number one aspect mainstream science has to understand. Number two, we are also conscious beings. Matter is governed by the natural laws of physics, but we are governed by the law of karma. Isn't it? Common people believe in it, but it has to come into the books of science. So remember, my dear children, as you take the leadership in your time will come. You have to stretch the boundaries of the mainstream modern science in two directions. Is it not? Direction number one, there is a infinite consciousness who makes the universe based on the laws that he has enacted. Secondly, he governs matter as per the natural laws of forces. But he governs all our consciousness, all the Atmas, the humans, the animals, birds, insects. How are they governed? They are not governed as particles, matter particles. They are governed by the law of karma. Is it not? So please remember these two main things, and that should guide your career, your life, and everything. Of course, the other thing is, for your own good, you want to aim towards moksha, is it not? That is the very good, best stage. So we have talked about three stages, Sushupti, Samadhi, Moksha. Everybody gets Sushupti by default. But those who want to be superior human beings, they, in their current life, they practice Samadhi. More and more they practice it, they become qualified for moksha. But this is the subject matter for Monday afternoon. Today we are looking at why this death, birth, and again, Punarjanma. And I must tell you, this is the unique feature. We are not against any religion. We would like all religion to graduate to become scientific religion. Is it? More and more science, more and more rationality, more and more logic, every religion will become a better religion, is it not? But the place of pride is for Satya, Sanatan, Hindu, Vedic. Right on the day one, we said that is not a religion, is it not? Because it is based on rationality. It is totally based on logic, so much so that first book of logic we gave to the world, namely Nyaya Darshan by Gautam. Ours is not religion. It is scientific thought process that does not include matter alone. It is science stressed to no limit. Matter plus consciousness, both. So Sanatan Hindu Vedic Dharma is unified theory of matter and consciousness. Scientific theory, is it not? So we are saying that law of karma makes you come into this world again. So there is a term that came in today's title, Punarjanma. Puna means again, Janma is birth, rebirth, taking birth again. So that is what one major distinction between Sanatan Dharma and all other religions in the world. They have yet to grasp the meaning that after this death, they will be born again. They are so much afraid of this. Just because you are fearful of the reality, reality doesn't vanish. You have to raise your own level. Get rid of your fear and accept the reality that death will come one day and you will be born again. And again death will come. Is it not? Once I was in a zoo in Pune. It was a snake guard, not a zoo. And there was a mouse put into the cage of a snake. I remember that scene very well. It was a white mouse. You know, those who manage, they are zoological experts. They know it. What is the food of what animal? And just because you have put an animal in a cage, you have a responsibility to feed that animal. So there was a live snake, a live mouse in a small cage of a snake. The snake is sitting in one corner, mouse is sitting in another corner. But you could see the fear on the face of the mouse. That is death. He has no idea how to escape death. Death is very cruel. But from philosophical point of view, you know the cat and mouse. Let's forget about that particular mouse and snake. Let's go to the open field. Say there is a mouse and a cat at a distance. And very likely this mouse has never seen a cat killing a mouse. It has never seen in its life. But still, the mouse runs away from cat like anything. You know, our rishis have examined these things. These are the events seen in the world, and they have argued why things happen like this. And that is scientific inquiry. What is the cause of an effect? Why the mouse is so afraid of cat, though this particular mouse has never seen a cat killing a mouse. Then they argue it. This is an instinct from previous life. This mouse has gone through the death in the previous life. So that's why we all have built-in fear from death. Because we all have suffered death in previous life. And Patanjali gives it a name, Abhinivesh. He says even learned scholars have this. Though they say the Atma will never die, but still they have this fear of death. This is so much ingrained in us because we have died so many times in the previous lives. We all have suffered from death in previous life, is it not? There are many other good things elsewhere. I talked about little babies born in maternity ward. Just a baby is born and the midwife gives the baby to mother's arms. And she begins to nurse the baby. Of course, we look at it as what's great in it. But Vedic rishis have thought of everything. On the day we were looking at origin of the Vedas, then they examined even why do we speak? How do we get mother tongue? How do we learn to excite human vocal cord? Because a child sees the mother saying, pa, pa, pa. He hears this sound and begins to excite. So we learned Vedas have to be there, Shruti has to be there. Otherwise, we would all be deaf and dumb, is it not? Our Vedic rishis have thought of all this. So they, in this particular case, ask why this little baby is able to suck milk from mother's nipple. We didn't teach him. The baby learned it in his previous life, is it not? Because you have to exert some force to get milk. Who has taught this little baby? This also he learns from previous life, is it not? So be confident. This is not the end of the world. If you take this as the end of the world, do you know what will happen? Eat, drink, and be merry. Then old age, you don't even have power to eat. And food will be there, and you will be in pain and agony. Just like so-called Alexander. He looted a lot of gems and wealth, but died prematurely. And then he's wondering, what did I do? I killed so many people. I made so many women widow. And I have gathered this much of gold and precious stones. And I am about to leave this world, and I cannot take even one of them with me. Then it is too late to repent. Those who think this is the one and only life can never plan their life well. Is it? So that's why it's very important to understand who am I? Why am I in this world? What will happen after life? But what all this is the magic of the world, Sansar Chakra. And am I destined to be part of this wheel always? No. And if I can break away from it, what is the strategy? And is that strategy cruel that I have to dive into fire? Then only I go into moksha? No. You just have to learn to be in samadhi, in Anandamaya Kosh. Even that practice is wonder. So that's why I said, If you adopt moksha as your destination, you are well off. You will have your wonderful peasant life, and even next life will be good, and there will be a time you will be immersed in that Ananda Sagar for very, very long time. So Vedic Dharma is teaching you wonderful things. Let me show you. I talked to you about 6 spokes of the universe, wheel of the universe. That is an interpretation by Vyas when he writes a commentary on Patanjali Yoga. We call it Vyas Bhashya of Patanjali's Yoga Darshan. Now I want to give you a gist of Patanjali's Yoga Darshan. You always thought Yoga Darshan is Samadhi, this, but we'll see in 3 or 4 small statements, he has told us all about what is this topic of this afternoon, where the central theme is law of karma. So, as is my habit, I have drawn a schematic diagram and would like to explain it to you. It is slightly crowded diagram because there are too many things. So, if you are patient, in maybe 10-15 minutes or even less than that, we can cover. Now, left to right is a parameter like in a graph paper, is time. The arrow is going in this. So the flow of time is from left to right. Now there are 3 vertical lines. Number 1, line number 2, line number 3. So we will say the line number 1, these are all notional things, imaginary. The preceding life ends. At this particular time, my preceding life ended. Whatever it was, I have no idea what was the previous life. But when my life ended, all my karma, suppose it was a human life, then even in that previous life, I was accumulating some karma. The moment I die, this is a particular moment in the time scale. That Ishwar does something. What does he do? So he wants to operate law of karma on me. Then he says, my baggage is very huge. So he makes 2 parts. The yellow box is primary part. That is being accounted for in his way of decision making, that what will be my next life. So Patanjali uses 3 parameters of next life. He uses jati, ayu, and bhog. So please don't misunderstand jati as a caste thing here. In Vedic philosophy, jati means species, like all human beings are one jati. All the cows are one jati. All the horses are one jati. All cats, dogs, lion, tiger. All this is one jati. Their definition is, I talked about Nyaya Darshan. In Nyaya Darshan, jati is defined as Vasavatmika jati. This is a sutra. What it means is, if 2 members in the same jati, they are male and female, if they unite and they are able to give birth to a child, to a calf, to a baby, then the male and female are said to be in the same jati. So you can imagine one man in Alaska and one woman in Africa. Even if they get married, they will give birth to a child. So this man and woman are the same jati, namely Manushya jati, human jati. Okay. So the jati word I have explained. Now, ayu, that is lifespan. Bhog is the nature of quality of life. Is it not? So there are two boxes made at the time of death. One box is yellow box, where three parameters have been fixed. Namely, what jati we will be born as, what sort of lifespan. We are assuming now, suppose in my case, this is a diagram for my life. So species was fixed when I died in the previous life. Somehow Ishwar decided I deserve to be a human being. So my jati was fixed as Manushya jati. Lifespan was fixed because I was given a particular physique. As we said, 20 babies born. Now some baby may be born with some defect in their bone marrow, some basic genes. Sometimes it happens. Then doctors say that this baby is not likely to live more than 20 years. But there is another baby, healthy, normal. Doctors say that this is very normal child, may live 80 years, 100 years, something like that. Sometimes something in between. So, when we are born as a human being, that parameter has been fixed, but still our ayu may be different. Some are able to live for full 100 years or beyond. Some are able to live in a natural life, natural course of life, maybe 50 years, 60 years. Some are much less than that. So that is another independent parameter, what we say. Jati, and then another parameter is ayu. Then third parameter is bhog. If my human Manushya jati is fixed, say lifespan is about nominally 70 years, that's the way my genes and DNA and all are there. But now I can be born in a well-off family where there is no scarcity, everything is plenty. Or I may be born in a very poor family that even mother's milk may not be easily available. Is it not? So again, bhog experience is a third independent parameter. So this yellow box takes care of a big box of my karma from previous lives. Number of previous life I have been accumulating it. Yellow box takes care of a major part of it, and that defines my next life. Three parameters: jati, ayu, and bhog. Now there are a lot of other karma coming from many, many lives. They somehow do not fit in yellow box. Yellow box is for Manushya jati. Maybe here there is something that I need to be an animal. That doesn't fit into the Manushya life. So there will be many other karma, good as well as bad, on many extremes. That doesn't get into yellow box. So this is that chocolate color box carried forward to next life, unaccounted. And number of karma have been accounted in next life, they called it accounted for in the next one life. But these are unaccounted. If you ever read these philosophy, the Sanskrit term here is pradhan. Accounted in one life means ek bhavik, whereas this box is called as upasarjan, and unaccounted is originally called as aneka bhavik. That will somehow wait for many future lives. Is it not? This has another term, ti vipak. threefold rewards have been given. Threefold, namely Jati, Ayu, Bhog. That I have written here again at the start of the present life. So suppose this my present life, which is of course as a human life. So I started with these three parameters fixed. Manushya Jati, a particular body physique that can last for a certain number of years, and a particular quality of life. This is called Vipak. Threefold rewards have been given, whatever was in this yellow box. Now, this is we are considering a human life, so I have freedom of karma. So that's this light blue color box says, as my life begins, I am able to do karma, is it not? Build my new destiny. I am a free man, is it not? So I begin to do my own karma. Now Patanjali is saying, what karma you are doing can bring reward in the present life, and maybe certain karma. They are of different nature, they do not tally with your present life. As I said, on the negative side, I gave example. If I am killing too many animals, too much of hinsa, then I have to become a predator. But that has to wait for next life. So those kind of karma will go here and add up with this chocolate color box that has not been accounted for. So present life karma, some will remain unaccounted in the present life. They will enter into this box. But some can be accounted in the present life. They are here. This Sanskrit term is Drishta Janma Vedaniya. Means certain karma will be accounted for in the present life that we know all. If you do good homework, you get good marks, you do well in your exams. You know, many things you do in the present life that brings its reward in the present life. But there are many things you are doing that may have to wait for some other life, is it not? So this karma is being divided into two components, one on the lower side, another on the upper side, where it mixes up with the chocolate color box. Okay, let's go to the lower side. Now this karma that is being accounted for in the current life, they can be of two kinds. Of course, my jati cannot change. Manushya, I am Manushya. But something can change my ayu as well as both. You know, if I start going to a gym, doing workout, some healthy habits, vegetarian diet, eating just the right kind of appetite, no overeating, no unhealthy snacks, etc., then this can bring twofold reward. My lifespan is also increasing and I am enjoying my life more. That is called Dvivipak. This is not Trivipak because I cannot, Manushya Jati has become fixed. So now only two parameters. So what is the point here is, even Ayu and Bhog that I was born with, in the current life at this moment, I can change that. Is it not? So we have the power to change anything that is still to unfold. Jati has been fixed. So I cannot change the jati of my present life, but I can elongate my ayu, improve the quality of my life. And of course, certain karma do only bhog part. You eat dal. Now you eat dal, whether you eat in a five-star hotel or in a dhaba or in a simple restaurant. You may enjoy one more than another, but it is all the same. So it is just your feeling of experience is changing, But otherwise, your ayu is same. You are eating the same dal and chapati, dal and rice, is it not? But when you eat in a five-star hotel with your friends, you think you have a better enjoyable experience. And when you were eating elsewhere, that was not so enjoyable experience. So certain karma just change your bhog, not ayu, is it not? What changes your ayu and bhog both is called a dvivipak. What changes your bhog is only called as ekavipak. Now let's go to this. This is very complicated part, which already came as an unknown black box. Incidentally, here it is a chocolate color box. And here you are adding on some unusual karma. That is good, is it not? That can be very positive kind, like what you are learning in the summer camp here. That might not have been visualized, but you can put in a lot of positivity in that box now. That may not be changing your life in the current life, but it is working as a fixed deposit for your next life. So that adds on. So this black box is, black dot is like the unaccounted karma you brought from past lives, plus some very special karma that were not visualized by anybody, not even your parents. But now you are doing it. That can be positive as well as negative, is it not? They are adding into this particular box. Now, as they are adding, and as your current life is becoming different than what it was decided at this timeline, some of this is becoming, yes, this can be rewarded to him in this life, the way he is changing his life. So now from this box, some karma is falling upon you and are getting accounted in the current life, because the current life is changing its color. It is different from what it started with. And now some of the karma can be rewards. And of course, there is a lot of this box that now you are doing something so fantastic that that karma has to be just vanished. It's something like when you go to samadhi, some of your previous rag and dvesh have to be wiped out. So that is annihilation. So you may say, then why is the law of karma is being violated? If certain karma is just getting wiped out. No, it's getting wiped out as a reward for your attempts to excel in samadhi. So that karma has brought this reward, that certain very bad karma that were hanging around for long, now that is wiped. So such possibilities are also there. And of course, another possibility is a part of this is not accounted in the current life. Now, when this moment comes, the current present life ends. Now this box again become two parts, just like it became at the death in the preceding life. Now at the time of the death in the present life, again there will be one yellow box and one chocolate color box. This is Pradhan, this is Upsarjan, and that will decide Jati Ayu Bhog of your next life. This goes on happening, and Monday afternoon we'll see if this sort of annihilation can happen for the entire box. Entire box. Then there is nothing else left over. And then it is moksha. So that is a very, very good possibility, and we all should aspire for that. Maybe we do not achieve that in the present life, but be sure the governor is on your side. he always wants your good. So he will ensure certain progress you have made in the present life. The path will be so chosen that you continue to make that sort of progress in the next life. Thank you very much. That was a very complex topic of law of karma and how it operates in our life and how it gives rise to the cycle of birth and death. And let us not be helpless that we are bound to be within this cycle. As a human being, we can break away from this cycle. And that will be topic of discussion Monday afternoon. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. What a in-depth and path-breaking subject and presentation. Oh, thoroughly enjoyed. I believe many of our participants will have some questions to raise. Anyone, please write down if you don't want to switch on your camera, and or if you want to unmute yourself, feel free. Please be quick. Anyone? Priya, Nilveni, Nachiket, Kunj, Kavya, Jaita, Tanvi, Taran, Manisha, Vishal, VR, Arushi, Sia, Hia, Gaurav Agrawal, Divyata, Amritavalli. Anyone? Don't you have anything to ask? To check, to confirm?
I don't have a question, but it's so coincidental. I have been reading about the same topic, and whatever Dr. Harishchandra ji explained made it so much more sense to me of how this all cycle happens. Very informative. Thank you so much.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Thank you. The group presentation. Okay. It is completely upon you. Whom do you want to collaborate with?
So we can just choose the groups on our own.
If you have someone from your neighborhood, from your friend, or here in the group, it is we want you to be friend with each other, or you can ask in the group. Are you part of our WhatsApp group, beta?
I have to check. I'm not sure.
Okay, you can check in that group, and you can raise your topic. You can discuss your topic and ask if someone else is interested. Then you both or three of you can start working on that topic. And
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I have not checked who is in the group and which age he is or she is of, but you can check. There are, I think, 300 people in the group now at this time. So I have no idea, but there is a strict guideline for the age limit, which is mentioned on the folder we have already shared yesterday and today also. You can follow that age limit guidelines. So I think we are fine. Dr. Harishchandra, thank you so very much. We are obliged listening you and getting
Thank you all.
more and more knowledge of our Vedic heritage, Hindu heritage. So we will be back in 45 minutes. The topic for the next session is Hindu comparative religion, Hindu view of other religions, Dharma versus religious dogma. And our speaker will be Sri Anand Vermaji. He will be here soon. So take a break for 45 minutes and be back on time. Thank you very much. Namaste.